Hello, it's Trader Sam. Just wanted to let you know I took a trade looking at a market maker sell model on the 5-minute chart. I guess I should change my brightness here. There we go. Just took a short inside this order block. As it came into the opening price, I entered on a 5-minute chart, but essentially as soon as it touched the opening, I was in, and I have shorted because I'm expecting a stronger dollar. That's just the way market's been looking. Oil's reversed, gold is short, fell in the last couple of days. So staying with the dollar narrative of bullish dollar, and we got a market maker sell model. So my stop loss right above this high, and I'm aiming for these equal lows. We'll be taking partials here and here, and optimal trade entry, it's right there, and hoping that it sort of consolidates very small amount. We got to see it take down this swing low on a closing basis. 15-minute candle just closed, so pretty good reaction, very little drawdown. Now it shouldn't give way for any higher price. Could it take out this high and come back up one more time? Sure, why not? This is the order block I'm playing with, so could it come back? Of course. But if it closes below the swing low, which it still hasn't, I wouldn't be moving my stop loss, right? Or at least I want to allow this first profit to be taken out. Okay, so I will check back in when I have results. That was very quick, took me out right away. And so now it's just a matter of reassessing and see what it really wants to do. As of right now that this took me out, I don't really have anything. So we'll see what we get. Is this a turtle soup? After it filled out the fair value gap. I mean, this could be the high. Just to see what dollar's doing. Oh wow, okay. So it took out, so let's see. Let's see if this holds price. Okay, I'm going to give it one last chance. Going to take a short. Turtle soup. Right at here. Already took it. Stop loss right here. If it takes me out, then that's it. It's time for me to go to sleep. Let's see if it takes out this swing low. I was able to take some partial here. However, it didn't hit the final target that I was looking at below the swing low, and it came back up. Trailing stop took me out while I was asleep. So moving forward, I'm going back to the idea for dollar being stronger. This fair value gap is still holding. Gonna get rid of this SMT now. It's no longer relevant. Didn't really work the way I wanted it to. But I do see a sell model here, and I just took a short inside this order block. So very tight stop loss. 30 pip target. So let's see if we get this. Again, keeping it, I don't know. I think some consolidation times are coming from a higher time frame right now, especially with dollar not running away on the bullish side. It's got to break through this fair value gap, this order block, mitigation block, all of that. So it's got to go higher from here, and let's see what it does. Okay, so I'll check back in with results. I just got taken out. I will now be sitting still until further notice. I'm not getting a good read on the markets. Nothing really intrigues me, and anytime I'm trying, it's not giving me the target I'm looking for. So I'm gonna sit it out until I see something that fits my model. Until then, just gonna keep analyzing, keep looking, keeping an eye during the kill zones and see what we get. Okay. Okay, so it is now Wednesday, March 16th, 9:11 a.m. Some news has come out. It is FOMC, so the market hasn't really moved too much. However, I see an opportunity for a trade that I just took. US dollar inside a volume imbalance came down, going into the 15-minute chart. Market structure shift above this high, and then it came down. Same thing on the euro. It hit a fair value gap for the third time, taking out a high and then breaking down. So came up once, came up twice, then went to the target, and then it fell. Then there's an institution order for entry drill with a breaker. Therefore, I entered inside this fair value gap at the top, or more closer to the body of this breaker is where I took the trade. Stop loss right above the breaker. Target 1, target 2, target 3. I want to hold on to a piece to see if I get, I want to hold on to a piece to see if I can go all the way down to these equal lows right here. But gotta take partials along the way, so I am willing to take another position if it goes deeper into this breaker, but I don't want to see it take out the breaker. Essentially, this is the optimal trade entry. So now I know I entered before the optimal trade entry, but that's why I'm prepared to take another position so that I can work these where it's supposed to be. So that's what I have right now. I will check back in when I have results. Hopefully FOMC gives me those targets, and it's likely that if I am not able to load up again on another position, that I will probably be out way earlier than my final target. So, 50 pips is more than enough for me. So, just gonna keep an eye out and see how, if price reacts to any of these PD arrays, I'm gonna just take it out because I don't want to hold on to any crazy reversals or insane price swings. I just want to see a one-sided direction. Any up close candles gets broken with down close candles and traded into. Okay, so that's what I got. We'll check back in when I have results. We are officially in seek and destroy mode, and this means that we're going to have to wait post FOMC to see what happens with the trades. As you can see, it's got taken out. So we'll check back in potentially tomorrow or after FOMC later today. Okay, so moving forward, just took another trade, range expansion inside this order block. Sorry, not order block, fair value gap as it came down, optimal trade entry. I want to see it come up and take out these equal highs, 50 pips with 18 pip target right below this low is my stop loss. Want to see the range expansion take place. Okay, so we've got about 45 minutes left till FOMC. Hoping that gives me what we're looking for. We are in full seek and destroy mode for US dollar. So small ranges will lead to large ranges. The cleaner price action I'm seeing right now is on US dollar CAD. So that's the trade I'm taking. So I will check in when I have results. All right, so took the target and then fell. How perfect was that? That was beautiful. Slow start to the week, and then FOMC trading. Here we go. So nice and easy, rinse and repeat. Came right back after it took the targets. And going back to what I usually think is likely to happen for the rest of the year, or until when the year ends, which is stronger CAD, at least for now. All other markets have sort of consolidated for the last little while. So if you look at wheat, went down, corn, soybeans, everything's consolidating. Oil might be coming down some more, which sucks because I bought oil around here on an ETF that I'm holding. But maybe CAD will catch up now. Lack of synergy. Okay, well, anyways, that was nice and easy. Literally made this trade on my lunch break, and not bad. I'm not sure if I see anything moving forward for the rest of this week. I may take something, but what was the initial risk-reward ratio? 2.5 to 1. Not bad. Okay, so we'll see if I can catch something else remainder of the week. But this was one good one-shot, one-kill trade. Got a little tricky with US dollar, euro, pound. All this consolidation is getting kind of ugly. And, so you can destroy, and then even when it started moving, volume imbalance here pushed it back down. So here we are. Till next time. Okay, so moving on, some live analysis. A couple of things I took here. So, first one is institutional order flow integral in the Asian session. I tend to find that sometimes Asian session will make a move post FOMC. So that's what I'm thinking here. So I kind of entered the trade as it was coming down when I saw it. And then right into the candle, the body of the candle here. Just going to confirm it. My stop loss is essentially 25 pips going into, I don't want it to touch this. I want some of it to be left open because then I can do range expansion, right? So essentially, like if it doesn't come back here, that would be real nice. There's likely an optimal trade entry that's going to form here, if it hasn't already. But I just got in early. Some live analysis right now. So that's the first trade. Of course, it could come back up one more time. Prefer it doesn't, but it could, absolutely. But I don't want it to come up all the way. So allow for some drawdown. It's pretty high up, 25 pips, 26 pips almost. And the other trade that I just took is Aussie. Basically, as it came down and touched this and responded, I treated this as like an order block that it shouldn't come down to. Took out these lows, and then now it should rally. Rally how? Range extension. So that's what I'm looking at there. I want to see this as a premeditated order block, where it does the work, consolidates, and then boom, runs away to take out this market maker sell model. I'm just holding, so my trade is essentially entered right here. So went long. Let me just check where I put my stop. Oh, kept it real short. Don't want to see a comeback here. So that's the trade. I don't want to see it come back any further. It should want to run away or consolidate around this area. So those are the two trades. In terms of what am I holding for? Oh, I guess I should update this. I realize I'm being very quiet, but essentially I'm just analyzing the market as we speak. Fair value gap right there. Want to see it not be respected. It is giving a little bit of resistance, but it's not pushing it down. So essentially this order block should hold and it should move its way up. Okay, so these are the moves. I will check back in when I have some results. All right, so quick update here. Target has been reached for Aussie dollar. It got really close to my stop, really close. But thankfully, my spread held. But my God, it got so close. That would not have been fun, especially because price really did move my way. But essentially, I knew this price should hold because it filled this fair value gap and it took out these equal lows. There should be no reason for it to go any lower. So that's why I kept it tight. And, you know, I took most of my targets as soon as this high got taken out. So not bad. It's also making significant higher highs. I'm done with that. Meanwhile, in CAD, I've taken some partials. I've moved my stop loss to this high right here. So this is my stop loss now. And I'm essentially targeting an optimal trade entry. So what is the optimal trade entry here? This high to this low. It didn't even hit the 62%, so thankfully I got in ahead of time. And then taking most of my targets right here. 1.2605, although I've taken most of my profits at 1.2629. So another fantastic week. Slow start. We covered it with full throttle. So I don't want to look for any new opportunities. I'm going to hold on to CAD. If it gives me anything all the way to the max, I'll allow it. Otherwise, it's Thursday, March 17th. There is Canadian dollar news out tomorrow, which could trigger another push. Core retail sales and retail sales. Somehow they're orange and not red. It is what it is. So, but overall, fantastic trade. Amazing price movements. You know, when we're in the middle of the year, it's not a January or a summer or it's not Christmas time. You know, price really likes to make these kind of moves. So this is worth waiting for. And that means sometimes you're going to take the losses. You know, took the early losses on, I believe, pound or was it euro? Can't really remember, but beginning of the video will tell you. It didn't really give me what I wanted. All it did was, you know, make a stop run and then decide to fall. So good comeback. It's been a while since I took some losses, so it's good to be humbled again. But then it's also good to make the kind of comeback it did, just to show how you can recover from losses. Keep your stop loss managed and don't overextend yourself and don't overtrade. I think I overtraded a little bit in the beginning of the week. I should have sort of waited for opportunities for post FOMC. So that's the feedback I'm giving myself. Okay, so hope this helps somebody. Looking back at this stuff is really helping me get better. Until next time, cheers.